In this video, I will talk about the present simple affirmative. I will go through some examples, explain how to form a present simple and why we use it. Let's start with the examples. Take a look at the following sentences. I get up at 6:30 AM every morning. King Philip is the King of Belgium. We work in a classroom. To understand how we form the present simple, we have to examine these sentences a bit further. So let's take a look at the last one. We work in a classroom. If we analyze this phrase, we notice the following. We is the subject, work my verb, and in a classroom is the rest of the sentence. For now, it is important that we focus on the verb. In this case, the verb is work, which comes from the infinitive to work. We need this info to continue. If we put this information into a grid, we get the following. On the left side, we see the personal pronouns. There are 6 of them, and we divide them into a singular and plural form. On the right, we conjugate the verb. In this example, I continue with to work. The first 2 personal pronouns, being I and you, use the infinitive form of the verb. Third person singular, so he, she, and it, works in a different way. We will continue with this later on. All the plural forms once more use the infinitive form. This means that we use the infinitive of the verb for 5 personal pronouns. But like I mentioned before, the third person singular is different. Here we simply add an s to the infinitive. He, she, or it works. So the final formation looks like this. I and you use the infinitive form. He, she, and it is the infinitive plus s. And all the plural forms use the infinitive as well. Now there are some extra exceptions on the third person singular. 3 to be exact. The first one are verbs ending on o, like to go or to do. Here we have to add an es to the infinitive. For example, he goes to school. The second exception are verbs ending on a hissing sound. Examples are to wash or to mix. Once again, we add an es to the infinitive of the verb. She washes every morning. The final exception are verbs ending on a consonant plus y. For example, to cry or to fly. In this case, we change the y into ie. He flies home in an airplane. Now that we understand how to form a present simple, it is also important to know when we use it. We have 4 reasons for this. To talk about general truth or fact, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. To talk about routines, every morning I brush my teeth. To talk about timetables, the bus arrives at 3 PM. Or to talk about permanent situations. Mr. Douglas teaches at our school. Now I hope you understand when and how to use a present simple. Thanks for listening and see you later.